What's up, everybody? You know what day it is. It's time for your next dose of Warrior Wednesday with your host, a Wounded Warrior guy. That's me. And today we're going to be responding to a request that I received from one of my subscribers in the comment section of my most recent video. And if you haven't checked out that video, make sure to go do so. There's a lot of good information in there. But this guy, he's one of my friends, another soldier who I served with for a little bit in my most recent duty station, the same duty station that I was a part of whenever I got injured over in Afghanistan. I'm not gonna, put his name out there. He knows who he is. I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate the comments and all the suggestions. This is actually my second week in a row responding to either an inquiry or a suggestion, and that's what this channel is about. So I am ecstatic that I'm finally starting to get some positive. I've always been getting positive feedback, but as far as like the suggestions and the questions and the back and forth exchanges of information, that is awesome, guys. That is why I created this channel, was to provide an additional service to service members or spouses of service members to spread information, and for me to be able to do that as well, to receive information. So that's great. Um, but yeah, made a request, asked me to do top 10 most healthy snacks to have with you whenever you're on the go. I didn't do 10. I decided to do top 9 because I split it up into 3 categories. That way it could be even, and there'll be a list of 3 items per category. I put some time and some thought into this. I have the nutritional facts here. So it should be an interesting video. The way that I've kind of set it up, like I said, I have 3 categories: fruits, vegetables, and carbs. Yes, you can get carbs from, the other categories as well, but I decided to do a category specifically for carbs because, there are different types of carbs, and, if you're wanting to consume a snack specifically to have those additional carbs, I put some things on here that I thought you should put into consideration when packing up a lunch or hitting the road and taking snacks with you. Uh, so each category, like I said, 3 items in each category. The first item is going to be what I consider to be the least healthy of the healthy items I have listed, and then it will continually get more and more healthy. So in each category, the third item will be what I believe, in my personal opinion, to be the most healthy option. And then, I don't think you could go wrong with anything that I have included in this list. But you know me, guys, I can't operate without my coffee. So, all right, let's hop right into it. Let's quit the jibber jabber. First category we're going to go over is fruits, and I had to throw it in here because I know a lot of people love them. And, I don't think it's all that bad of a snack to have. They're good, it's light, and you can, I don't know. Like, to me, it's a snack that is a must have when packing a lunch or anything like that. Welch's Fruit Snack Packs. A full pouch is 80 calories, 0 grams fat, 10 milligrams of sodium, 19 grams of carbs with 11 grams of sugar and 1 gram of protein. So basically no protein. I mean, a lot of these things in here, we're not eating them for the protein value. Most of the time, if you want something for protein value, you have to get that from a full meal, via your meats or your meat substitutes or your meal substitutes, your protein shakes, that kind of thing. So a lot of things on this as far as snacks, we're not going to be dipping into the protein side of that because I don't feel like on the go there's a lot of options outside of protein bars and protein powder. So that's why I didn't include it in here. Also, there's so many different variations of that that is by a consumer basis. Everybody is different as to what they like and what they enjoy, and the time and the money involved in finding whatever that is can be a long and spendy process. So that's why I didn't include those things in here. Just because I don't want to point people in the wrong direction, have them spend all these ridiculous amounts of money, and find out that they don't like it. And now they're stuck with 3 pounds of something that they just don't want to eat. Uh, Moving on in the fruits category, number 2, crispy green crispy fruit snacks. So that is crispy green, the manufacturer, and the actual snack itself is the crispy fruit snack. I've had these before. They're actually pretty good as far as like a dried fruit. I love dried fruit. Um, I like dried apples, dried apricots, dried cranberries, all that. I love dried fruit because they're so versatile. You can use them in so many different things. I use them in my cereals, my granolas, my oatmeals. I'm a pretty big fan of eating oatmeal in the morning. So either frozen or dried fruit, it's just a great combination, and you're getting that additional nutrient value from the fruit with your carbs that you have in the oatmeal. So great breakfast, keep it in mind. But the crispy fruit snacks for one bag is 35 calories, which is pretty good. 0 grams fat, 0 sodium, 8 grams of carbs, 7 grams of sugar, 0 grams of protein. This snack, in my opinion, is like top tier snack. I mean, you're you're getting some carbs, you're getting some sugar, you're going to have a little bit of energy because it's from a fruit, has that little bit of sugar. The carbs are going to give you that additional energy, is going to prevent you from, going into early fatigue. If you're going to do a run or something like that, perfect snack to do before a run. If you're not keen on having heavy carbs, I enjoy heavy carbs before a run. I tend to go out on longer runs, so I like the heavy carbs. But like, let's say that you're working on like a 1 mile time, and every other day you go out and you shoot for that 1 mile, something light, something that's going to burn up quick but give you enough energy for that low period of time. Fantastic snack, guys. Fantastic snack for something like that. And as far as like being on the road or packing a lunch, you can't go wrong with it because they taste pretty good. Number 3, what I feel like is, the obvious choice if you have the ability to, is just fresh fruit. I put on here large fresh apples because you get energy from them. It's a good source of calories. So a large fresh apple, pulled up the nutritional facts: 130 calories in a large apple, 0 fat, 0 sodium, 260 milligrams of potassium. So you got that added, vitamin value there. 34 carbohydrates, 25 sugars, 1 gram of protein. So those additional carbs, those additional sugars, that's energy. So getting ready to head out to work, long drives on the road, going back to the run, or even hitting the gym early. If you don't like working out on a full stomach, and I go back and forth between those cravings. Like, sometimes I enjoy working out on a full stomach, sometimes I don't. But for the most part, I do enjoy working out with food. Having consumed a pretty decent amount of food, I know a lot of people who like working out light, clean, and just kind of burning the fat away. For something like that, you can't go wrong with fresh fruit, guys. You got your apples, bananas are a good source. Uh, Grapefruit. If you can tolerate eating grapefruit, grapefruit is probably one of the best, like, pre-workout fruits that you can possibly have. Just because grapefruit, it helps um, boost your metabolism. It is full of sugar, full of carbs, and it's real light, burns out real quick, so you get the energy and you just kind of burn it off almost immediately. So grapefruit is fantastic. I personally Not a huge fan of fresh grapefruit because I don't think it tastes that great. But, at the same time, if you're eating it for a purpose, it might be something to consider because grapefruit, it's a very underappreciated fruit. All right, guys. Well, that's category number one. Moving on to category number two, vegetables. Vegetables, number one, or the least healthy of the three healthy items I've included, Veggie Snacks. Veggie Snacks is basically, it's kind of like Veggie Crisps or Veggie Chips. So it's kind of like, so you can get them at Target, you can get them at Walmart, whatever. It comes in a bag, kind of like a bag of chips, and they're the little thin veggie straws. So I will say that for these, they're going to be high in calories, they're going to be high in carbs, going to be high in sodium. But as far as like a snack alternative, this is always going to be better than like a high, heavy, starchy bag of chips, right? So veggie snacks, 1 ounce. I think that there's about 3 ounces per bag, but 1 ounce is the serving size. 130 calories, 7 grams of fat, 21 milligrams of sodium, 15 grams of carbs, less than a gram of sugar, less than a gram of protein. Not all bad. I would say if you were going to consider it as a snack, open the bag, separate it into even portions so that you're consuming what the portion size is as close to 1 ounce as possible. Because if you get, say, like the big family size bag and you just start eating random amounts and you're not able to track how much you're eating, you could potentially be eating 500 calories and all these added stuff. And then if you're not doing anything with those calories, then even though it's a healthier option, it's not going to do anything for you. So just be careful with that, especially when you get into like a lighter snack like this, because these are light snacks. So if you don't portion them out, you can be tempted to eat more because of how light they are. And you'll just be eating as many calories, as many carbs, as many fats as if you would have just ate a heavier chip. So know the portion sizes, and you still have to have that discipline to put it down before you get to the point to where you're ruining the whole reason for eating something healthier. Number two in the vegetable section is snap pea crisps. Snap peas are a fantastic substitute if you're real big into your chips and your salted pretzels and all that super salty stuff. 1 ounce, 120 calories, 5 grams of fat, 75 milligrams of sodium, 16 grams of carbs, 2 grams of sugars, 5 grams of protein. So we're actually getting some protein in here. 1 ounce of these crisps is 5 grams of protein. That's pretty legit. Like, that blew my mind when I read it off the nutritional sheet. So, snack peas, my opinion, I think they're fantastic. They don't taste bad. And after a while, you can kind of get used to them. And as far as like a substitute for a high starch chip, they're fantastic. Like, pick them up, take them with you, include them in every single like lunch that you have. You put that in there, you put some crispy fruit or some fresh fruit in there, you're going to be good to go. Last one, baby carrots. I love baby carrots. Buy them by the bags. I mean, I can't get enough of them. We include them with so many of our dinners here. They're fantastic. 2/3 of a cup is only 35 calories. And you're getting 2/3 of a cup of carrots. As opposed to number one on this list, 1 ounce of Veggie Crisps is 130 calories. So if you're counting calories, carrots is the way to go. 2/3 of a cup, 2.9 grams of fiber, less than a gram of fat, 8.2 grams of carbs, 4.8 grams of sugar, less than a gram of protein. Baby carrots is the way to go, man. Eat them raw, pack them with your lunches, pack them for the road. If you are going to pack them for the road, make sure to put your cooling packs in there because they tend to taste a little weird if they get if they not refrigerated for a while. Moving on to the last section, trying to keep this video as short as possible, guys. Apologize if it's going over our normal time. Healthy carb snack options. Cliff Shot energy gel packs. I love energy gel. Like I told you guys, I'm getting more and more into running, and energy gel packs are fantastic. They're lightweight, easy to keep on you. You don't have to keep them refrigerated. You get energy, you get caffeine. They tend to taste pretty good, and a shot of water after that energy pack, and it's all gone. Whereas like if you're on a run and you're eating a protein bar or eating a carbohydrate bar, like it takes a while to like wash all that out, and anyway, they tend to have like really bad aftertaste that I'm not too fond of. I love my protein bars, don't get me wrong, but on a run, I don't feel like that mixes too well. So energy gel packs, I pulled the information from the citrus pack. One pack is 100 calories, 90 milligrams sodium, 0 grams fat, 25 grams carbs, 20 plus grams of sugar, 0 grams protein, 25 milligrams of caffeine. So, like I said, if you're heading out to work, don't have time for, breakfast, one of these things are great. If you're heading out for a run or going to the gym, or if you're in the middle of a long workout, one of these things are fantastic. A quick pick me up and you're good to go. Really solid options, and overall they're pretty cheap. You get quite a bit of them in a pack, in a box. So like for 12 of them, you're probably going to spend like $15. I mean, that's not too bad for a healthy option that, has all those things you're looking for and has that additional caffeine value. If it's like early in the morning and you need that quick pick me up, they're fantastic. Number 2, Quaker caramel mini crisp or mini rice cakes. I used to eat these all the time whenever I was younger, whenever I was trying to slim down. And they're one of the things that helped me lose um, over 140 pounds whenever I was in high school. So, they're filling. You can get them in different flavors now, which is great. Those things have come a long way in the past 10 years. I've had a few of them, now and again, and I mean the flavor and the overall texture, it's slowly getting better, and I think that they're a great health option as far as like wanting that additional carb value. But one bag is 100 calories, 210 milligrams of sodium, 23 grams carbs, 8 grams of sugar, 1 gram of protein. So that's not bad, and you get a full bag. And like I said, they're pretty filling, so a solid option. Now number 3 is one of the things for carbs. I use it all the time. I love it. It's versatile. It might not be a great option for on the go, and I'll explain why. But rich pianas, real carbs, and I have it right here. Boom, comes in a big bucket. You get a ton of servings in here. I mean, it says 60, but I swear there's more than 60 servings in here. It's about $40 for the bucket. Not too bad. And it's a carbohydrate real meal substitute. So it's got real oats in there, real yams, real sweet potato, and it's 1 gram. So it's for one scoop, 110 calories, 1 gram of fat, 120 milligrams of sodium, 170 milligrams potassium, 22 grams carbs, 2 grams sugar, 2 grams protein. And it tastes phenomenal. I love it. I put it in my shakes. I put it in my oatmeal. I even eat it by itself like oatmeal. Put it in a bowl, put some water in there, heat it up, stir it up. I think it tastes phenomenal. The only problem is I've had it, put it in a shaker cup, shook it up with water, drank it. Doesn't taste fantastic that way. So having it on the go like that, putting it in a shaker cup, taking it with you to work, drinking it on the way, you're going to lose a little bit of the taste with it. And it's going to come off being a little bit harder to consume. But if you had that added time in the morning to blend it up in a blender, put it in a thermos and drink it on the way to work, is fantastic. A little bit of ice, a little bit of peanut butter, a little bit of almond milk. Guys, I'm telling you, I mean, it's delicious. So definitely look into it. It's pretty cheap for the bucket, and they offer a ton of supplements. But I think that that's more of like a home meal substitute because you can be more versatile with it. Trying to have it on the go, a little bit more time consuming, might not be as convenient of an option. So I think that those Quaker Crisps kind of edge it out as far as being quick and convenient. So just keep that in mind. But guys, that's my 9 items on today's list of healthy snack foods to have and eat while on the go. I appreciate that suggestion. I enjoyed looking these things up, pulling this information for you, and I hope you guys appreciated this video. And I hope that anybody out there who's been struggling with like packing their lunches or having nutritional healthy options in their house, in their apartment, with them on the way to work, with them at work whenever they're getting ready to eat their lunch, and they're struggling to maintain a dietary program. There's a lot of great options here, and you can mix and match it, and you can't really go wrong with anything on this list. So hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next week. Before I get off here, just remember, even if you don't realize it, even if you don't believe it, there's a warrior in every single one of you, and I see it. Take care, guys.